Morning! Day off today, knackered, and decided to head quickly to Coventry, and I'm going to Nuneaton to see an old friend. Looking forward to seeing him, but come at the wrong time because the bin men have come, so I'm blocked in for a little bit. Yeah, so I'm going to go to the Christmas market and show you some of the haunted sites of Coventry. Might not get them all done, but Coventry obviously was famous because it got massively bombed in the World War II, but beautiful, stunning buildings, medieval buildings still there. Oh, just gorgeous, but a lot of them got took out in the World War II. So I'll show you Council House, I'll show you the Coventry Cathedral ruins. Around there is just gorgeous, really stunning places, and we'll see what else can happen. Maybe a bit of the Christmas market as well. Have a good day and check in a bit. So you were looking at the beautiful Coventry Council House. So this was built in 1913, but wasn't opened until much later because of the First World War. Like, there's ghostly figures have been seen in the window of this building, so it is one of the main features of Coventry. Now you're walking up to the famous Cathedral Quarter, which the cathedral's heavily bombed in World War II, and they made a new one which is next to it. But if you're ever in Coventry, go and see the cathedral ruins. So you will go past the Golden Cross pub, which we've done investigations in there loads of times. It's a beautiful old pub, 300 years of old timber frames in there as well. So a lot of these shops where you walk, I'm showing you now, hopefully, they are boarded up, but they're just trying to keep it like the old new. So the Golden Cross pub is coming up on the left hand side. So the staff have had many experiences in there, tills flying open, glasses flying off the shelves. There we go. So it's a fantastic pub. Go and have a look at it. But next to that pub is the Slug and Lettuce, and that was an old courthouse, and that was famous because the Mary Bell, who was a lady from Nuneaton, she was tried and found guilty of poisoning her husband. She was said to have had years and years of domestic abuse, and she just snapped one day and brought the poison. So we're walking down Bailey Lane now, I hope, and you will find St Mary's Guildhall, and that's made famous for a ghostly picture of a 1985 banquet where I'm hopefully going to slot it in. A ghost of a monk was found. There's a bit of the cathedral. I'm hoping his voiceover works. That's an old cottage there. So a lot of these buildings had gone in the World War II. I was at St Mary's Cathedral the other night for a concert by Candlelight. Stunning Guildhall, I should say. I've been there loads of times. I've ghost hunted there loads of times. Had an absolute great night. So you can walk up the Tower of St Michael's there as well. You see a beautiful view. I've slowed the video down just to try and get everything in. There we are, St Mary's Guildhall there. You can hire it to get married, I believe. There we go. And the picture I hopefully have inserted in will come up of the ghostly figure of the monk and many more. That place is massively haunted, really haunted. So if you're ever in Cov, please, it's a must. So now we are at the famous Spon Street in Coventry. So this formed as a community in the 12th century. Now it's famous for its curry houses, but look at these buildings. It's got one of the oldest pubs in Coventry called the Windmill, and that's still got its original features as well. It still gives you that history, and it's also famous for the watchmakers of Coventry down here. There's brilliant walking tours of Coventry about the watchmakers. So if you ever fancy, I would book on one. But again, excuse me for coughing, it's very haunted. Down here, I'm just trying to give you a bit of history. Bear with me. There's a watch museum. It's not open a lot, but I've done a ghost hunt in there, very haunted. Gives you really good history of the community, which I think now is forgotten. So just walking down, it's always trying hard not to get people in. And all of these units, sadly, not a lot of them are open at the moment, but they've all got a history. Most are haunted. Friendly ghosts though, but in the old windmill, they've got friendly ghosts in there. People felt they've been pushed, been touched. Voices are heard after hours when I think it's the landlord has been the only one in the pub. Beautiful place to go. Spirits. So they're really trying to preserve the history of this place down here. And again, Coventry was full of streets like this and the old Tudor buildings, I think. But sadly, they went in the World War. But yeah, people have found that many of these shops have got ghosts, like they've been touched, they've heard children crying, they've seen black figures floating around the area and so forth. Stuff have been moved and they can't find it. Just a really, really gorgeous place. So please, I mean, there's lots more to Coventry. There's Whitefriars. We will try and do a lot more around Coventry just to show you the paranormal history. So it's a very small stream coming back up the other end now. But please go and visit. There's a lot of history around this place. But yeah, you can do a haunted ghost walk there. You can do tours of the watchmakers down Spon End. I've done that. Absolutely brilliant. Really good.